Good morning. Welcome to Friday. I'm a fair weather fan. Wherever I live, those are my teams. So I grew up in North Dakota. The football team was the Minnesota Vikings. The baseball team was the Twins. And then I moved, to Washington D.C. And so I wasn't really there long enough to pay attention to all of it. But I moved to Cleveland, a big sports town. So I was a Browns fan, even though they were hard to be fans of. And all those teams. I moved to Denver, and quickly I became a Broncos and Nuggets fan. Even went to an Avalanche game, and I enjoy watching baseball, I guess, kind of. And then I moved to San Diego, and there's only one professional sports team to pay attention to, the Padres. I've even been to a game or two. I'm happy to adapt to the sports teams where I am. But I am a fan of history. And so when I heard that this Super Bowl, I think it's this Sunday, right? It's the big game, that there was going to be two black starting quarterbacks, I paid attention to that. That's significant. It means that whichever team wins, and I had to look up. Now, who's playing? It's the Kansas City somebodies and the Philadelphia somethings. No, I know that's the Chiefs and the Eagles. That Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, one of the two of them will be the quarterback that wins the Super Bowl this year, the first time that two black quarterbacks have played against one another. And you think, that's pretty cool. And then you think, really? It's been this long? And quarterbacks in particular have been, for whatever reason, I'm sure there are many, have not been allowed to be black. In fact, there's a number of stories about that, including Denver, having a quarterback they wouldn't allow be the quarterback. I can't really explain that. Anyway, so who was the first black NFL player? I looked up, and I thought that would be easy. And it turns out that there's not exactly the same name for each one. So I found that Fritz Pollard was the first black player to step on the field in 1919 for the Akron Pros. And he also became the first NFL coach in 1921, first black head coach. I don't know that seems obscure because it's not found very often. What I actually found was that Marlon Briscoe was the first black starting quarterback in the AFL. But the first black player signed to an NFL contract, this gets all confusing, was Kenny Washington in 1946, who played for the Los Angeles Rams. And, again, little rabbit holes. So the Cleveland Rams, which I'd never heard of, wanted to move to LA, and LA had a publicly funded stadium. And if the LA Rams wanted to play in that stadium, it had to be an integrated team, and so Kenny Washington was allowed to play. But in the same year, 1946, three others: Woody Strode, Marion Motley, and Bill Willis. So if you watch my Daily Connections, you'll go, this is a little odd. This is a little odd and off typical topic. But I do love to celebrate moments in history. And I celebrate the achievements of those who had to break a lot of barriers and go through a lot of hell. And for Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, thank you for being the first black quarterbacks to play one another in the Super Bowl. And I wish you both safety and wellness. And may the right team win. Doesn't matter to me. Bye. Have a grateful day, grateful weekend.